but he's got basketball shorts on underneath. That's pretty much what I am right now.
Business up front.
I know. Hey everybody, welcome to this episode of Alan's Arcade. If you notice, we all have our nice, lovely blue shirts on that we're very proud to be holding because we have just gotten back from the Portland Retro Gaming Expo.
Yes, we have.
In Portland, Oregon, and it was pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was. Had a blast.
All right, so we're going to go over a few different topics. We're going to talk about the top booth that we went to. We're going to talk about the top 3 arcades that we played, top 3 pinballs, our top disappointing pinball, maybe a pinball machine that you thought was going to be awesome but turned out to be a dud, Batman 66. Spoiler alert. We're going to also go through all the pickups that we picked up. We got some art stuff, we got games, we've got some retro toys that we're going to go over with you, and then just maybe talk about some stories.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Sounds good.
You guys okay with that?
Yes.
So let's go over your favorite booth. There were a lot of vendors there, and we'll start off with Tiana.
Dang it.
This is my daughter. What was your favorite booth? We had to stop at every art booth.
So obviously it's an art booth.
It's an art booth.
This guy took regular yard sale paintings and then he put little 8-bit characters into them. That's
Yeah,
nice.
Cool.
And I don't remember his
Sounds
name.
fun.
I should have wrote down some names.
Either.
Call him 8-Bit Larry.
I wonder what booth I spent the most time at.
The flippers are still would be controlled directly from the switches. You could undo them.
It's all a blur.
The
at this
pinball
point.
booth.
Oh, the pinball booth, of course.
So,
Yeah, you were there forever.
I know, I was.
yeah.
And
Well,
I
that
had to
and the
walk
Neo
away.
Geo.
That and the Neo Geo guy.
Yeah.
And I'm really bad right now because we're tired, and I'm going to have Eric talk about his booth, and I'm going to get the card from the gentleman I was hanging out with so I can tell you exactly what booth I was at.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Sounds good. So my favorite.
My phone.
But there was a gentleman there who sold me a couple of virtual boy games. I asked at almost every place, and they all had Mario Tennis, nothing else. But I found 2 virtual boy games that I didn't have, Mario Clash and Red Alarm. So that was probably my favorite booth. Thank you, whoever you are.
Whoever you are.
Whoever
Shout
you
out
are.
to whoever
A shout
you
out
are.
to whoever you are. I know.
You know who you are.
So you have to understand, we got here. Okay, short story time. So I picked up a Neo Geo that I was supposed to deliver to the retro, so the expo, excuse me, so that way they could put it in the lineup. So we drove all the way to Kennewick. I was supposed to have an arcade machine that was ready. I had pre-purchased half of it. We got there, it didn't have a lock on the coin door. It was broken in spots. There was no sound.
It was not ready.
It was not ready.
No.
And we picked it up late. So by the time we got to Portland, we were supposed to have it there by 1. It was like 2:20. And I walked in, talked to the gentleman. He said, hey, we don't have any room anyway. So they went ahead and hooked us up with guest badges because we went through all the effort. So we were able to get backstage early.
It was
So that was awesome.
It was
and
awesome.
we're going to show you some footage of that here in a little bit. So actually, let's cut to that footage right now.
Right now.
Portland Retro Gaming Expo back scenes. Take a look around. Everybody's getting ready to set up their booth. Just ran into Metal Jesus Rocks, a couple of his buddies. That was pretty cool. And we're going to take you around a little bit and kind of show you some of the different booths before it opens.
We're just kind of geeking out right now. Oh yeah. What do you think, Tiana? She just smiles.
Oh, I'm sure I do for Sega. How much are they for the empty boxes?
25. Base, but he made this, and this is awesome because you plug this into that, and now you can actually use your disc system.
So you can use your disc system with your NES.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's cool.
That's it, and then you use your disc system. We actually have Doki Doki Panic, the original, right there.
Doki
You put it in. We
That's always a good
we
sign.
forgot the power
That
cable,
makes it
so we're
feel
just
like
gonna go by battery. It's battery powered. They run 120 hours on batteries, which is crazy. But yeah, we got that, and it just all hooks in, and then you're.
So you can't run around and take it.
Yeah. So you come back tomorrow, I'm sure.
Eric the game collector. What are you doing, Eric? If you like my 640p video, 640p. Might be your new favorite.
Okay, so what I was trying to tell you, Dave Beecher at fastpinball.com has developed these awesome boards, like driver boards and all this stuff that you can take a pinball that might be dead, or you want to create your own pinball, and it's got a program that you can use and you can completely create your own pinball. So Ben Heck was there at his booth.
Super nice guy, huh?
Super awesome, right? And he really liked this idea too. So we were talking about this Cyclone that I have that's been completely hacked, but it has all the hardware, but the wire has been cut up and it's awful. And so we were talking about ways that we could bring that back to life using fast pinball technology and maybe creating a Cyclone 2.0 and adding some extra features. So that was my favorite booth. Yeah, that was my favorite booth. Yep. All right, so they had about 75 to 100 arcade machines there. I don't know exactly how many. And we'll just go over our top 3 arcades that we played.
Okay.
And Eric, this is kind of maybe new to you since you haven't played as much as we have.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and let you start.
Oh, well, let's see. So probably I'll start at number 1 because it's just easiest to remember. Sinistar. Vertical shooter was probably my favorite. Got a high score on that. Got on the machine.
There you go.
That was fun. You're just like spinning around in a little spaceship, shooting all directions. And probably number 2 would say the second favorite I played was Disctron.
Disctron.
It was awesome. Disc of Tron.
Yeah, that was good.
And you're like throwing discs off the wall and they bounce back and you have to hit a little dude on the other side. And
what's nice about Discotron too is the cabinet itself.
Yes.
It's so beautiful. Like with the black lighting and everything.
It just kind of pulls you in like in this black box.
Does. It just sucks you in.
I was almost too short for that one.
You were too short.
Too short.
They did have step stools for short people.
Nice.
And that one did have a step stool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I would have used it.
And then number three. Ooh. You know what? Probably not. I don't even remember the name, but the pedal bike that I sat on.
Oh, that
Pilot
was cool.
Pilot Wings, yes.
Pilot
pedal
Wings.
bike. You just sit up and you're
Yeah, and then you
in.
had a whole crowd watching you.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. And actually, Tiana.
Okay, my favorite one.
Favorite arcade, not pinball.
I know. Was Tapper.
Tapper. Yeah. Tiana destroyed everybody at Tapper.
Tapper champion.
She was like a high score by hundreds of thousands. That may not be true, but she definitely. You had a.
And then, yeah, I had a couple high scores.
Yes, you had a couple high scores.
And then my second favorite was when we played the Mario Brother one.
Oh, yeah, that was fun.
Did you guys play the regular Mario?
Yeah,
that's
Mario.
fine.
It was fun.
Yeah.
He kept stealing my turtles.
You kept stealing your turtles. We were supposed to work together.
It got a little cut.
Well, it didn't work
we
that
were fighting
way.
each other.
It turned into Super Smash Brothers.
Super Smash. Let me
We were
hit you with the
bouncing off
turtle.
each other.
That's funny.
And then my third was the disc drop. The
Discotron.
yeah, that one was cool, even though I was too short for it.
I spent so much time at the Fast Pinball that I didn't go play arcades.
Yeah.
Actually, no, that's not true. The first time we were there, I did play. And it kind of boils down to Mad Planets. I always like Mad Planets. I played a little bit of Dig Dug.
Oh, you did play Dig Dug for a while.
I always played Dig Dug. And usually I put high scores on those, but I wasn't really paying attention. We walked away.
Yeah.
Because there was just so much to see, and I played Dig Dug enough. Berserk.
Oh.
I played Berserk more than over, and Robotron. Robotron, that is a game I could get into.
Yeah.
Like, it had the dual joysticks.
Yep.
So one's a shooting direction and one's a movement, but there's definitely a flow to that I have not figured out, but I could definitely do that one some more.
Nice.
All right, so let's go ahead and move on to top pinball machines. They had quite a few pinball machines, some good ones, and let me show you some footage of those before we get started. So here you go.
I am the king of pain. My men will destroy.
dark you can't even see you.
Participation award.
Is that it?
Yep.
Is that it?
That was it. That was weak shot.
Right now he's a champion, 153 million. Gone now, forever. It's all dark. Some great pinball. Stern had a lot of pinballs there. There's Jersey Jack pinball. They had some great classics. One we never even got to play, I think.
Which one was that?
Adam's Family.
Oh,
we didn't
yeah.
do that one.
We failed on that
Yeah.
one. So I'll start, I guess, since I haven't started. Disappointment, a pinball that I really wanted to be good, that I just couldn't get into. Star Wars.
Star Wars. I think that was all.
There
of
was
ours.
so
That
much
was
going
my
on the
biggest
screen, but your mind is on the ball, your eyes are on the ball, and for the viewer or the spectator watching, maybe,
Yeah.
but I couldn't really figure out what was going on.
Well, that and you didn't know what to do. Like,
Right.
While you were sitting there, because you had to read the screen, but you can't.
But you
hold
can't
the
read the
ball.
screen.
And 1 second you're Jedi.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
next second you're fighting.
Yeah, can we just have like a story mode, please,
Yeah.
with that? Can you reprogram that one so where we go through and maybe go through a movie series and there's things we're supposed to do in sequence and not jump all over the place? So that, I was disappointed.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I'm talking about my top 3, not my disappointments. Sorry. Got distracted.
Way to
I
stick
was
with
just
the
so
negative.
disappointed by that, I went straight to it.
Yep.
So, top pinball, the first one I went to was Circus Voltaire. Voltaire. I really enjoyed that pinball. I've played it a lot on the phone, but be able to play it in real life was really cool. Another one that I really enjoyed that I had heard about was the Dialed In. I didn't get to spend as much time on it, though, as I wanted to.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
And then my top pinball that we played there. I didn't play Spider-Man. I wanted to play Spider-Man. Huh. I'll save it. I'll come back.
Okay.
Tiana.
Okay, so I really enjoyed the Dialed In.
Attack from Mars. I played Attack from Mars, and I loved it. It was the Chicago Gaming Attack from Mars, and my daughter did not enjoy it, and she's like, "Dad, can we go? Dad, can we go?" I'm like, "Just one more game. Just one more game. Just one more game." All right, go ahead.
Can't even remember what I said.
Well, I'm just saying.
Oops.
Oh,
It just hit me.
Dialed In, that's what it was.
Dialed In, yeah.
I really enjoyed that one because it was, I don't know, it was different.
It was different.
And I liked all the different things you could do. The
Yeah.
selfies were cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, selfie mode.
So if we
Selfie.
bought one for the house, would you, of all the pins that were
That
there?
would be my favorite one.
Yeah.
I would do that. over
Yeah, so
Attack from
explain
Mars.
what is selfie mode to them so they know.
How did you even get into it? Like, we would be you'd play it and was it
You had to
the
charge your
ramp?
phone, didn't you?
Yeah, so basically there's like a little screen inside the machine that looks like a cell phone. You hit something and it unlocks selfie mode, which every time you hit a certain button in the machine,
It takes a
starts
picture of
taking a
you.
picture of your face. So you start seeing your face popping up on the backboard of the pinball, which is awesome.
That is
Whoa,
cool.
surprising.
So you kind of, it's more interactive with
Yeah.
you. Yeah. So
Exactly.
good job, Jersey Jack. We like that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I enjoyed that one.
Any others?
You spent time on Medieval Madness,
I played a lot of Medieval Madness.
but you've played that a lot before.
Yeah. It was fun.
Any new pinball that you didn't ever play before that you really enjoyed other than Jersey? Other than
I liked
Dialed In.
it was from Fast Pinball, the one with the 2 layers. It was his own
Okay, yeah, it was.
Kraken one, like
Yeah. So there's a lot of people out there right now that are starting to make their own kind of a homebrew pinball. The roller ball, was it the roller or the?
it wasn't the rollerblading one. It was
the other one.
the ship. You were on a ship.
Oh really? I didn't see
then-
that one.
There was the Kraken, and
Oh, cool.
it was like just a multi-ball.
Was
one.
it? Did it have the TV screen?
No.
No. Okay.
It didn't have
I don't have a name for that one. There was a steampunk one. Was it that one?
We'll just call it the Kraken.
Right.
What's Kraken?
It was a homebrew.
Yeah.
It was cool.
It was a homebrew.
There were
but
some
that's
really
cool. There's
cool-
some cool
It had
homebrews.
2 levels.
Had a below level,
Yeah.
like a below
Like
the
it had a
playfield
play
level.
field and then a
Like-
below.
Yeah, in
playfield,
fact, was
and
that
you had like a
Fast
piece?
Kind of like black
Yeah,
hole.
you had a piece of glass that you had to
You
look,
look through.
to hit.
Yeah, like black hole.
Yeah.
Cool.
Anyway, so I'm kind of a pinball noob, so I was
We're all
getting it. I was getting to
We're
see
all
a-
pinball noobs.
That's true, but I was getting to see a lot of machines that I've just never seen. So dialed up was
Dialed
the
in.
one, or dialed in was one that I did enjoy.
Dial me up.
Yep, dialed in was good. Creature from the Black Lagoon
That was.
I didn't
was
play that
cool.
It was just a little loud.
It was a little loud. They had it turned up really loud, but
Yeah.
it was just fun. It had some
Yeah.
fun lights, fun sounds, and then probably one I really enjoyed was Aerosmith. Aerosmith.
Aerosmith is surprising. I would say
Yeah.
that was my surprising because I'm
Yeah.
not a big Aerosmith fan. But like the elevator and being able to see the ball get shot
I liked
across
when
the field.
I liked when the ball
Yeah.
got shot into the
Like
jets.
if I had money, y'all, that would be my lineup.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be my music pin.
Yep.
I was disappointed that we didn't have Game of Thrones though.
Oh.
No Game of Thrones.
Game of
Yeah.
Thrones.
Cool.
That or at least one Lord of the Rings, because that's one I've been wanting to play.
Lord of the Rings I want to play too, but you know what I was disappointed? Sorry, was The Hobbit.
The Hobbit was,
It was
really
slow,
lame looking.
and I don't know, maybe they didn't have the angle right, but it was slow, and people were on it forever. Like, you had to wait forever. Ooh, you know
I
which
waited
one?
in line 3 times and then left.
And you know which one put me to sleep? When I was playing it, Bram Stoker Dracula.
Oh.
Like the ball,
But
just
not in a
bounces
bad way,
ar-
though,
No,
was
not.
it?
But I would fall asleep, and then
Yeah.
I would like miss a shot because I'm waiting for it to come
Yeah.
back to me.
Okay.
Anyways,
Star
good.
Wars did that to me when we were playing, and I was watching the cutscene, and then like the playfield lit up, and I didn't notice, and it shot it right and
I'm just
drained it
saying.
down.
So, if I could take anyone home, if I could take 3 of those pinballs home, I would take Dialed In,
Dialed in.
Mm-hmm.
Attack from Mars,
Okay.
And Aerosmith.
and Aerosmith.
Aerosmith. Yeah.
Probably those 3, because that would give you a good variety.
It would. Yeah.
Yeah, I would take those 3. And we didn't get to play the Pirates, the new Pirates, because it's not there. All right, and I already told you my disappointing pin. And if you want to hear my rant, just rewind.
And I think we all agree on that. So
We do.
Is there any other major disappointments?
I thought The Hobbit was
The
disappointing.
Hobbit.
The Hobbit. Yeah.
And Ghostbusters, I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
I did. Oh,
And it
I
out-
didn't like. What was the one next to it? The Batman one.
Batman 66 is a turd.
I hated
AC/DC.
it.
I'm
I
sorry.
didn't like
It's
it.
like a turd wrapped
Oh, yeah,
in Christmas
yeah.
paper. It's beautiful. It's lovely. I love the artwork and the idea.
Yeah.
But I would rather go play High Speed.
Yeah.
Literally. Like I'd rather go play a System 11 game. And I go, that's probably
I
critical.
would have rather played.
Especially
Star
to the
Wars.
gentleman who had just bought it.
Yeah.
I was like, so you just bought this? He's like,
Oops.
yeah, it's beautiful. I'm like, good luck. Okay, so we're going to take a pause. We're going to be right back. We're going to set up Tiana, and she's going to show us her pickups, talk about them a little bit. She picked up a few things that I paid for, but I think she's going to pay
I'm
her...
paying Mom back.
Okay. All right.
Not
She
you,
paid
though.
you, and I gave you the money for that.
Drawings.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because did you see
Who was
that?
selling little kids' drawings?
They were like little kids, and they were part of their parents' booth, and they had
That
little
is
pictures
true.
like this, and
they were
had
drawing
them.
like that little Pac-Man
And they were
stuff.
selling
Oh,
them for like
cute.
$1.
And I think people were buying
totally
them.
would have bought one,
Nice.
but I didn't have
I'll
any
have to
money
take
on
my
it.
kids next year and we'll do that.
You should.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay. So the first game I bought was actually not at the game convention. It was at Goodwill.
On the way to the game
Yeah,
convention.
and it was the Link's Crossbow.
Link's crossbow
It was
training.
Link's Crossbow training, and I got it for $1.
Nice. Can't beat that price.
And it had, yeah, I know, it's nice.
I'm gonna eat a cookie while you guys do that.
Eat a cookie.
Look, I have a cookie.
So yeah, when we went into, I talked about it earlier, when we went into, what was it? The
The art
vendors?
booth, yeah.
The art booth. I don't know what to say.
All right, hell, zoom in.
Here's a pretty picture.
It's a
Listen,
pretty picture.
This is high quality editing right now. So tell us, how did he make this?
Okay.
Why does it look so cool?
the way, okay, so what he did was he bought a bunch of old yard sale paintings, and then he took them and he took stencils for different little 8-bit games, and he painted them onto the paintings to make them look more exotic. And so this one is the Chrono Trigger game, which I actually enjoy.
Here, hold up the next one.
And then this
This
one,
is the best one.
Yeah,
it's
this one's so
great.
cool.
I
Yeah,
love
I
it.
wanted to buy the
It was the
original.
only one in there.
The original was like 300.
Yeah. This was the only copy.
That's awesome.
I snagged it as fast as I possibly.
And we got those by getting in early.
It was really cool. I enjoyed it. And then he also painted on records, and so I got a Hello Hydra.
Nice.
And it glows in the dark.
Ooh.
It does glow.
And
in
if
the
you want to check out more of this art, check out the morning mug.
Yes.
You should.
My daughters have
Shout out for her show.
a morning talk show. Especially for teenagers.
I'll talk about it on my show.
Yeah. Alright, what else you got?
I got the Ocarina of Time
Yeah.
for the
Fun game,
Nintendo
fun game.
64, which I'm excited because this is my favorite Zelda game.
Nice.
Oh, and so lately I've been watching Voltron, and it is my favorite cartoon
I'm gonna have to find out up here.
ever.
It's so small.
And I bought a sticker that someone had
Aw, it's
drawn.
wrinkled
I
a
know
little.
it got wrinkled. It got wet.
Well,
It was raining all weekend.
It was raining.
Yeah.
Look how pretty that
It
is.
is. That is my favorite character. That's Lance. If you guys don't love
Lance.
him, I'm sorry,
I'm sorry.
but you really should. And the last thing I got was a big
I'll go back out for that one.
Zelda poster.
Which is cool. Super Famicom.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Super Famicom Zelda.
I liked it, and it will be in the background
Cartoon
of
Link.
my show,
The morning mug.
Morning
The
mug.
Morning Mug. Please go watch it. It is great. I need 10 subscribers, guys. Come on.
We're starting. We're YouTube newbies.
You will love my show. You should go
And
and
your
watch
sister.
it.
You gotta
Oh
start
yeah, and
somewhere.
my sister. She's a part of it too. Please go watch it and subscribe. And like all my videos.
And if you don't,
It's okay, I only have 3. Don't worry about it.
at least 2 or 3 a week, though, right?
Yeah. I'm
She promises you
posting.
2 or 3 new ones a week.
I'm posting weekly.
Yes.
A little bit like Good Mythical Morning, but child version.
Yes.
Yep.
It is the best teenage morning coffee show on YouTube.
Without coffee.
Without coffee.
That's right.
It's the last thing they need to see me on.
All right, we're gonna slide on over to Eric.
Hello.
Eric is a frugal shopper.
I
He
am
took
a
us
frugal
there, got us all hyped about it, and then he's like,
I only spent 20
And then I
bucks.
pinched my pennies.
"Yeah, because I bought your, because I
But you
bought
know
your
what?
Ocarina
This is my
Time."
second year, so I kind of had a game plan going in, and so that's why I spent some money at the pre-sale because that's when you get the finds that people are going to buy up fast. And so at pre-sale, I found this special edition
which is very cool.
Pokemon Center,
Very
New York. Came from the Nintendo store in New York.
I can
The story
zoom this in
behind
for
it.
you.
Gold
So-
Game Boy Advance, and I was seeing like every gold console there and wanting it, but this one was awesome.
Yeah, why is it about the gold?
I don't know.
I
but-
did not go back and buy that gold Game Boy.
Yeah.
I should have.
But anyways, this I got it for $35, and I think that this is worth a little more. I think they just didn't know what they had there, and so I got a little deal on that. So that was nice. Other things that I got at the pre-sale, I got Donkey Kong Country Player's Guide, $5. So that's kind of cool. I'm gonna sit down and play that because Jeff traded me for a PlayStation game, and I got Donkey Kong Country's Super Nintendo, which is one I've been missing. Mainstream. Before we even got down the road at Goodwill, I found this.
Which our mic is attached to right now.
Yeah, which our mic's attached to. I found this Transformers walkie-talkie, 1983. So that was kind of cool.
Kind of cool.
Not kind of cool. That is really cool. We kind of
has Morse code.
if we bickered over one thing, it was that stupid walkie-talkie.
we would find some cool pieces of
Because
plastic.
I
and then
stopped to look at something that I'm going to show you, and if I just kept going through the toys, I would have ran into it. But no, I had to stop.
Yeah.
Because something caught my mind.
And we dug and looked tried to find the other one. We couldn't find the other one, but still, one walkie-talkie like this is worth
cool,
the
man.
cent. Yeah, that's awesome.
Remind me of that.
Next up at the show, got a couple of Game Boy games. Got a Tetris Attack. Got it for $1. Got Mario Kart, Super Circuit, Game Boy Advance. Play on my new Game Boy Advance.
Game Boy Advance?
Game Boy Advance
Advance?
with the ED. Got a Nintendo DS game, Hotel Dusk, which is kind of cool.
Let's cover that. I'm going to zoom in on it.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
You turn your DS sideways like a book, and it's a graphic novel where you make decisions and stuff, and so it's kind of interesting. It's a mystery.
Cool.
Got
Another item we fought over.
I
picked this up. You go ahead. No,
Yes,
go ahead.
yes.
No,
He picked it up first. He saw it.
I did.
He hesitated, and I swooped in.
And there's a reason why. Because we have a couple of the new Walmart ones, and I thought, where am I going to put this in my game room? We already have Qbert. I set it down while I was thinking, and finders, keepers, losers, sweepers.
So yes, Qbert Mini Arcade. I think this one was $10 also, which I feel like is a steal for an old one of the mini arcades.
Even if it doesn't work, it's just cool.
Yeah, it is
just
awesome.
Cool.
It's gonna look great.
Yeah, game room, nostalgia, art.
Couple of Virtual Boy.
I'm gonna zoom in here.
Got Mario Clash with the instruction booklet. This is like original arcade Mario, only it's got 2 dimensions where you're fighting, shooting the shells on one side, and then you got back behind, you're shooting more, and you can go back behind the different levels. Red Alarm Virtual Boy is a shmup for the Virtual Boy, I believe. We'll find out. And then last,
Which I don't have a Virtual Boy. I looked, they were all like 2 1/4.
yeah, they're spendy.
I don't know how you
they
do
are spendy. I pieced mine together. And then the last thing, because I did go last year, I knew to just save my pennies for the very end and get just some common games when people are just trying to get rid of them for cheap. And so I got a whole stack of NES games for $20. I got Bionic Commando. Thank you, Cody Nash. Thank you, Cody Nash. This was your childhood copy if you're out there. I got
I want it back.
Dino Ricky. So that's kind of cool. It's like a caveman shooter. Shoot some boomerangs.
And you got, how, what, 5 for 20?
6 for 20 here.
6 for 20, which makes me mad,
Yeah.
by the way, because I shopped early and spent more.
Funko Land cover.
Hold on.
Excite Bike.
Let me zoom. Oh, that's my favorite game.
Yeah, that's one I didn't
top
have.
3.
Yeah, it's fun. Golf for $1.
Yeah, you can have that.
Yeah, it's okay. For $1, it's worth it. Super Off-Road NES.
Cool.
Also, cheap fun game. And woohoo, DuckTales.
There you go.
That's it.
All right. My turn. Now you have to understand before I show you this pile, I'm a father of 5. And so I turned this experience into some Christmas shopping. So we're just going to start with VHS pickups. We have a VHS player, and it's to an old TV, and it's in the game room, and we always like to put a movie on. And my son is a big fan of Kirby. So Kirby, you're the one. Pretty fun.
Sweet.
A couple bucks. I picked up a Neo Geo cab on the way, like I talked about. So I've kind of had Neo Geo on the brain, and they had an Art of Fighting. They had a Fatal Fury. They had another Fatal Fury, and another Fatal Fury. And I don't know. I don't know if they're appropriate or not, but I'm pretty excited about those. I have not seen those, but I am excited about those. Okay. And then also for boy. Now, I know Krang is the brain thing, but I don't know what this guy's name is. But we have a lot of G.I. Joe, and he is a 1991 original.
If you know his name, tell us in the comments.
Yeah. And he came with a little chair. So the brain can sit in his little chair and the broken piece here. But I got that for him because we have a lot of turtle stuff, and he's into turtles. So that was cool. I got a lovely Portland Retro Gaming Expo packet.
Nice.
No, that's just free.
Still cool.
And if you read Old School Gamer magazine is coming out, and they asked me to write some articles on game collecting and some of the things like that. I referred them to John. I said John at John's Arcade has a lot more knowledge about that kind of stuff. We're kind of new to this, and also TNT Music, so Todd, or TNT Amusements,
yeah.
Todd Tucky. But I mean, I could share my story in here, I guess. I think if you've watched our first video, you kind of know. And this is the thing that I missed. So when we were at Goodwill on the way, there were a ton, not literally a ton, but there were at least 100 or so laser discs. And I'm not a laser disc person, but I thought, hey, what cool artwork. So I'm digging through laser discs, and Eric's like, hey, check this out. I just got a walkie-talkie. I was like, no. So anyways, I probably had 4 or 5. I mean, you can go to the clip right now and see.
We're having a dilemma here. We're having trouble. They're priced $7, so he's like trying to decide what are we gonna get here.
This one's nicer. This is a better movie. I can't just blow my money now, dude.
I know, it's hard.
I get one.
If you get one, get Indiana Jones Temple of Doom.
Okay.
That
was the experience. We did do a little bit of recording while we were there. And this, my list is kind of big of things. I'm also converting a Dynamo cab right now into a Street Fighter. So I ran into a guy that had some Street Fighter plastic cut. So I got this piece, and then I also got like the buttons and everything. He had a mat. He just gave this part to me. So it's just the layout for the buttons and everything. So I can use it as a template.
Cool.
And he said, hey, while you're buying those, why don't you take these with you? So I've got marquee for MX5000, which I don't know what that is, by Konami. It's just kind of pretty. And he had a kind of a busted up Golden Axe, but it's Golden Axe, so I'll just stick it on the wall. It's cool. Speaking of sticking things on things, the Neo Geo, we picked up a couple new MBS, I think, carts. I was saying it wrong there. So we have Samurai Showdown 2 that we can use. I picked up a Fatal Fury 2, so we got that marquee. We picked up an Aero Fighters, so I got that marquee. So that's kind of nice. And I can't play this until Christmas. I'm going to make myself wait, but I got King of Fighters 2000. So we wanted 98, but they wanted too much for that. So
nice.
And then my daughter, with my money, while she was at Goodwill, her money, picked up a couple PlayStation games, nothing really. Destruction Derby and Siphon Filter. Whatever. I'm just joking. And then for boy, for Christmas, we just did a straight swap on this one. Mm-hmm. I had a Super Nintendo game and we just did a straight swap for Kirby Adventure, so I didn't pay anything for that. Super C, that's something that Eric and I played together, and I really liked it. Yeah. It was awesome. We have some really poor footage, but you can check that out. So that was Super C. I really like that. We had a good time with that game. Bionic Commando I've been looking for a long time. And then Eric got his copy of Bionic Commando. I gotta come all the way up here. I'm probably blurry. Then, of course, you have to have Zelda. A Link to the Past. That was a little more of an expensive purchase. And I don't know why I bought Jurassic Park. This was the first night, and I just wanted to buy something. And then my most disappointing purchase, but I think it might be okay, Adventure Island. And I paid way too much. I paid like $8. It's like $1 game. So,
but it's cool.
I don't know. Game. It's my disappointing game, but we'll see. Maybe it's fun. And then I'm into pinball, and I was mad. I was mad at first. I wasn't mad. That's not true. I was
furious.
No, I was disgruntled. Yeah. Because you got this really cool, like, old arcade thing, and I was like, dang it, like, that's kind of cool. But since I'm into pinball, no, I find a wildfire. So I got me a little wildfire. Wildfire.
Pinball. Cool.
Would you like to see my wildfire? Zoom in on that. It could be junk. I don't know. It may not even work.
But it looks cool.
But I thought, you know, it's cool. It's plastic. I'll clean it up. It'll look nice. And then for the game room, I got some art. So, hold on. And then some art. Some nice art. Metal Slugs, too. Since I'm into the Neo Geo thing. King of Monsters.
And your plan is to put this...
This is going in the arcade part of the house, so not with all the toys. And then I got one more that's rolled up, and that's the artwork for Missile Command.
Nice.
So that's kind of... Oops.
My walkie-talkie.
You're looking. Their ears. Poor guy's ears. We can edit that.
Or not. That'll be funny.
So, yeah, the Missile Command art. So that I'll just put it here now. Okay. And I think that's it. So we got a few minutes. We got to wrap this up. We're going to run out of memory. So we'll just talk about our favorite moments after we clean up this mess. Okay. That's it, peoples.
Cheesy smiles.
Oh, okay. Anyways, it was an awesome trip. It is about, I don't know, 11. It's probably not really 11. It just feels like 11. Thank you all those people who helped put on that expo. That was awesome. Oh, we ran into Gamester 81.
Yep, Gamester 81.
We ran into John Griggs. And
Metal Jesus.
Metal Jesus.
Radical Reggie.
Radical Reggie.
Kelsey.
Yeah, I don't know her.
Yeah, she's one of the Metal Jesus people.
Yeah. And some Reggie guy.
Reggie.
Master Chief.
Oh,
Chief.
those guys.
Darth Vader.
Talk about the Star Wars Expo for just the Star Wars spot.
Yeah, that was cool.
Darth Vader, Kylo Ren, very well done. The lighting in that place was amazing.
They had Boba Fett there.
Boba Fett, and he looked good.
R2-D2 rolling around.
Yeah, and actually the actor that played R2-D2 was there.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
I did not see him.
Yeah, went by his booth.
Oh, I would have liked that.
I think it was anyway. He had pictures of him, and they had the R2-D2.
Cool.
So maybe it wasn't. Oh, and check out this Atari museum. Museum. An Atari museum. Well, let's go check out the Video Game Hall of Fame arcade area.
Fun. If you know my name is spelled with the bar top play choice that I was telling you about.
That's really cool. It's got Contra on it.
Yeah,
See, this was what we just saw at that one, but it was on a stand.
On a stand.
Yeah. I'm sure these guys were programmers for Atari. Ooh, I love that Atari sign. I really like that Atari sign. Oh, look at that. Computer space. I used to play that basketball game all the time when I was a kid.
What are you trying to do? Stop moving. I'm not moving.
They didn't have one of those ice beers.
No, I didn't see one either. I did not see one either.
Fade away.
To who? So this is Atari art, Tiana. This is like real Atari art. You can buy them. Here's Tapper, Tiana. This is pretty cool, all this old Atari stuff.
Yeah. Tapper, $27 there.
Oh, you're fine. Custard's Revenge. That just doesn't look quite
I think you
appropriate.
want to look at that.
That's adult.
Line of
Adult line of arcade games. Ooh, this is beautiful.
I might have to get a picture of that.
Soak in the awesomeness that is Atari. You could totally make one of those. Just a lot of pinholes. Would you need the Game Brain? Now you'll enjoy your Atari 2600 even more, introducing the Game Brain. Magnetic fields such as large appliances keep them away from excessive heat.
I just thought of something.
Labyrinth. Dear retailers, the in-store demonstration unit, the IDU, sometimes you may experience interference with the TV screens. If this is the case, suggested that you install the enclosed video filter core.
Oh, that's the one I'm looking at. Hang on. That's one.
Joust. The complete Atari inbox lineup.
Yeah, that's
Every
cool.
boxed game.
It was
of Atari.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some of the programmers were there.
And plus, they had a whole bunch of those console displays, like you could, you'd play at this, like the game store.
Yeah, yeah, it was pretty neat.
Yeah.
Battery's about ready to die, so if it dies on
All
us,
right.
apologize. Enjoyed the
Mario.
trip. Mario,
the bagpipes.
Mario on bagpipes.
Right in his little
On a
Yoshi.
unicycle.
On a unicycle. I mean, why wouldn't you want to see that?
Yeah.
Why? I don't know. Why not?
It was great.
Yeah. Epic weekend.
Epic weekend. Yep.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Thank you. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hey, please like and subscribe if you like this kind of stuff. We're new. Our editing isn't the greatest. Our content is going to only get better with time. So we appreciate your support. Thanks.
Thank you.
I'm 36 and I'm like, I